Alrighty, look at that. Children's python right up in the sort of top section of that cave. So it looks like a pretty big one, or a spotted python. I'm not sure what the difference between children's and spotted pythons is. But I know, and I've heard, that these guys will ambush bats in caves. Maybe it looks like a spotted python. Looking through the binoculars just now, but either way, very, very cool find. Very cool find in this cave section. Look at that. They could be, yeah, heaps of snakes cruising around. What's the time? 12:30 during the day. And it's just sitting there. It's either sleeping or it's ready to, yeah, just wait for some bats to cruise past. Wicked. So yeah, I don't know the difference between the children's and the spotted. Oh, it is awake. But I don't know, it's got blotches along it. So maybe it is just a spotted. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not going to speculate too much because I don't know what I'm looking at. Hopefully you can see it up there. But yeah, I know children's, I've heard, will go into cave systems and try and hunt microbats. And that's obviously what this one's doing, or going to do, which is absolutely epic. So finally first snake of the trip, which is epic to find, to come here and see a python up in the cave system. Would have been cool if it was a bit closer for footage, but either way, still awesome to see. Alrighty, so this python, even though it can't hear me, is slowly making its way down the wall. So very soon I should be able to get some nice footage of it up close. Alrighty, so the Mangana Aboriginal or Indigenous rock art site unfortunately is underwater. There's an absolute ton of water at the moment. So I have to wade out. Hopefully it doesn't get too much deeper. You can sort of start to see already the art, which is fantastic. But this is from all the rain. It's knee deep now, I think. Oh, golly. So the art is fantastic. It is worth wading out into knee deep water to go have a look. Look at that. Incredible. Just don't want to get melioidosis bacteria inside any wounds or anything like that. But look at that. Wow. So this is far more prominent than the other carvings and art out near Balancing Rock. But it looks well more protected. Oh, I suppose it is obviously more protected, or it's been done more recently. But yeah, incredible. The caves here and the art here are the best I've seen, really. So the cave that started with a B, that was probably the coolest, like, underground cave. Pompeii cave was pretty cool, although it was more open. But for open cave stuff, this was epic. What's this one? The Archways cave system. And then the art there is unreal. So the art and the cave here at the Archways is epic. So for underground, like proper sort of going into a cave, oh, you got your Bond Bauman cave, something like that. Like me. But otherwise, here is wicked, particularly for that open cave. Like, it wasn't a proper cave you were walking through for the majority of the time. But it was epic because you were dwarfed by these massive rock walls. And then even if I didn't see the python sort of swaying my... Oh, something hit my leg. The python is swaying my decision, but otherwise it was epic. Even before I saw the python, I thought it was pretty great. So there you go. But yeah, just come when it's yeah, a bit less wet, I suppose, if you want to see the art. Anyway, what's the time? 1:07. So you got a whole afternoon to decide what to do now. I've done most of the stuff around here. Might just keep looking through the national park, see if I can see any animals. And yeah, I reckon I'm going to come back here tonight. We'll start here, herping, and then make my way back through to Chillagoe. And yeah, see what I can see on the roads and through mainly the dirt roads and through the outskirts of the national parks and that kind of stuff. rather than the caves that I did last night. So currently just, slow going, not because it's really rough, but otherwise just going through some of the, one of the just random dirt roads out the back of Chillagoe. So this is, I think just random cattle stations. There's no sign saying private property keep out or anything like that. So, and I'm not doing anything wrong anyway. You can see just everywhere, random just sort of rock towers out of nowhere. One there, and then you go through a period where there's nothing, and then all of a sudden there's more. But otherwise that's what I'm dealing with and looking at the moment. Oh, and there is a partridge pigeon I reckon I've just seen. I'll get some footage of that in a second. I'll do it now and I'll jump back in. These two birds are squatter pigeons, which are only found in Queensland and New South Wales. They look incredibly similar, and that's why I misidentified them as partridge pigeons, but they're only found in the Northern Territory and Western Australia. Anyway, other than a few partridge pigeon and other random birds getting around, very few birds because again it was 32 degrees. No reptiles other than a dead whipsnake species, not sure which one, on the road, unfortunately. But otherwise, I'm just sort of going through, seeing what I can see. Don't doubt there's going to be any live reptiles cruising around during this heat at the moment. But otherwise, just looking for stuff to do. Might go look through some of the cooler spots at the bottom of those rocks there, and sort of scouting out places to go tonight herping. So I went through the caves last night obviously, but otherwise want to look for some different areas. There's a lot of dirt back roads like I've found here, just going off the main road, heaps and heaps of just roads going anywhere. So that's basically what this afternoon is, just up and back and looking for good places and hoping for the best, try and find or scout out some places to go herping tonight. Cool, so this is my RV now. It's 4:45. This is me until night, I guess. It's not too appealing with the piece of farm machinery right there, and it's going a bit harder than it should. But otherwise, this is the Chillagoe Creek, a boogie or something like that. Bogey or boogie swim hole is like around this area, this one, and there's like a deeper swimming hole down there with rope swings and that kind of stuff. This is just a little nice bit I thought I'd just sit in rather than be really deep water. Similar to Cohen, you could sit in here for ages. But either way, I am cooked. I waited in a hot car. Aircon was going, but otherwise I found a dead sulphur-crested cockatoo, and a whistling kite was on the road. So I pulled over, put the GoPro up next to it. The whistling kite nicked off while I was sort of setting up the GoPro, but then a black kite was circling overhead. But unfortunately, I didn't get either one coming down to the food. So even though I've been drinking and eating today, drinking water and stuff, I usually do pretty well. But I feel pretty drained. I got a bit of a headache, and the heat was sort of getting to me. So unfortunately, even though it wasn't really a really hot one, it's only about 31, 32 degrees out there. So as opposed to 40 when I was at Laura River. But either way, there's no salties here, which is good. Apparently there's freshies around, but even still, with the water flowing like this, I don't think there'd be any freshies in this sort of section. But it's wicked to just sit and have that heat just whipped away from me, and try and cool down and relax a bit after a pretty warm and hectic day. So I think this will be it for the day, unless something cool happens. As always, if something cool happens, I'll show you. But otherwise, this is sort of the wrap up of the day before I am going to head back to the Archways, and then make my way back tonight through the dirt roads, go look around the Archways at night, then yeah, go back through the dirt roads, through to Chillagoe, and then go to the rampart section. Camp there, and then tomorrow morning I'll have this beautiful sort of little alcovey area like I sort of showed in the start of the video, or a video. I don't know how many videos it's going to get split up into, but it'll be a beautiful sunrise, which I reckon it'll be wicked, and then head back and yeah, and sort of tie up all the loose ends tomorrow, getting ready for work. So yeah, cheers for being here, guys. I saw some pretty cool stuff, which has been wicked. This is a beautiful little area to cruise in. Apparently, like, if you look up photos of Chillagoe Creek, during the dry season, it's beautiful, crystal, sort of clear, bluish water. But obviously during the wet season, it's kicking up a lot of this sediment. And so the water is, yeah, a bit cloudier and not as nice looking. So, yeah, sort of like Berry Springs in the Northern Territory. It kicks up a lot of dirt and doesn't look as nice during the wet. It's a bit unsafe to swim. But otherwise during the dry it's pretty good, and this is the same thing. I'm not going to go out into the deeper sections or anything like that. But thank you for being here, very much appreciated. Beautiful day, and yeah, beautiful. Excuse me, Arvo now. Might get a beer, sit in this cool water, and yeah, just let everything sort of drift off. So yeah, I really appreciate the appreciate the viewership. Cheers for being here, guys. As always, do what you love, and yeah, get out there, try and do something that lights your fire, that makes you feel good, refreshes you. And until next time, have a good one. See you around. Look at this, on top of the world, one of the higher peaks in the area. There's a storm rolling into Chillagoe. How crazy, hey? Look at this, like above the trees. Oh, amazing. Don't want to mess around too much, but wow, what a feeling. The storm rolling in, it's like, oh, the clouds are doing something crazy. Oh, that looks like a wall of rain getting dumped. Hopefully that rain is yeah, not going to stuff me around on my herping stuff. So yesterday it rained heaps in Arvo, but it hasn't rained at all today, and I hope that just passes through, so my herping trip tonight can be a success. And all of this, I don't know, pressure, the high and low pressure or whatever, talking out my bum. But otherwise, hopefully all of these conditions align into a successful herping trip. This passes over, it's been nice and warm all day, so it still, yeah, locks in a lot of that heat. The moon's blocked out, this storm just passes through, creates this pressure system that, yeah, it just makes all of the reptiles jacked up and keen to, yeah, just do their thing, and I find them. That's the plan. We'll see how it goes.